typically people don't quite understand about fencing is that there are 3 different weapons. Here at the Olympic Training Center, we are the resident athlete program for men's épée. Épée is one of the 3 discipline styles. So épée, foil, and saber. In épée, we hit anyone in the body. Basically, the modern day Three Musketeers. You know, we're using kind of the same kind of idea of a rapier type sword, and you can hit anyone in the body. Whoever hits first wins. And I think that's something that people don't know, that they see different types of fencing and they don't necessarily, they just kind of assume all fencers are the same style, but there are actually 3 different styles.
I don't know. I never really thought about that either. What do they not know about wrestling? I don't think people realize how many hours you put in just for a 6-minute match. Like, sometimes people ask me how long I train, and you say, well, by the time you go into the first practice and the second practice and sauning afterwards and the training, like the rehab you have to do, and by the time you're done, it's like 6-7 hours a day. That's a lot of time. So maybe that.
So for me, I think a lot of people will see us shooting and they think that our suits are bulletproof. They're not. They are, in fact, only there to help us stay still while we're shooting.
I think the one thing people don't realize, I guess, about my sport is, well, first of all, that I'm not Jamaican, because there are African Americans in America that do bobsledding, and also too that we don't rock back and forth to do bobsled like they did in like the 1970s or something like that. People always think that we get to the start and we rock the sled back and forth, but we start from a static start and then we just hit the sled and use that momentum to carry forward as we push and run.
One thing people typically don't know about my sport is that it's not Taekwondo. Not in any way, shape, or form is it Taekwondo or karate.
Jiu-jitsu thing though?
It's like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but most of the work is standing. It's like wrestling because there's grappling. Not like Taekwondo. We do not kick and scream and dance around. That's what most people don't know about my sport.
The Olympic triathlon is not an Ironman. It's a 1.5-kilometer swim, a 40-kilometer bike, and a 10-kilometer run. And in the Olympics, we draft on the bike, so it's not the typical idea of what people have of a triathlon. It's a little bit more strategic and a lot more fun.
My primary discipline in cycling is track, and most people don't know about track bikes is that track bikes do not have brakes. They also only have 1 gear, so we're riding around this basically what looks like a big cereal bowl without brakes, and tell people that they usually kind of freak out a little bit.
Our sport, I don't know, it's one of the, it's tough to say I guess what people know. A lot of people don't know a whole lot about our sport. It's pretty small, it's done outdoors. Our particular shotgun sports, they're like a lot of them are indoors for rifle pistol. They can do part of theirs indoors, but shotgun is all outdoors. Takes a little more area, I guess.
Oh, but it's right hard to remember that on a day like